in my channel and welcome. I'm so happy here to share new things, new uh, positive energy, new ways of thinking, and that's a big pleasure to me to be sharing with you or with y'all all all the things that I know. So today in my video, I will surely talk about an interesting topic, which is actual, which is I don't know, reminded me of a lot of stories, but the basic one is about let's say success. So coming here with a new topic that is well, let's say success. I don't know how many of you have tried to pass through a process that I don't know if it was really exact or not, but uh, it was filled of energy, filled of positive mindset, filled of a map that could be wrong or could be right, but at the same time, it was leading to a point that let's say either it's dangerous or steady. So it gets to a point that is let's say positive in its results. So that was the case for many people. The start is always hard. Like starting is always something that may not really be, let's say, easy at all. The start is always difficult, but when you when you know what you want to achieve, or when you let's say put some guidelines in order to follow so that you can really achieve your goal. So that's everything. And that's the beginning of our story here. Uh, I have many things to say, and I will start it first with I don't know, your mindset as an entrepreneur, or the way entrepreneurs think. Um, Considering all starters are so knowing that the mindset is the key of everything, I would say that starting is the point that make the difference between a lot of people. I would say that well, the idea is not everything, but the way we can conceive the idea and perceive it, that's the point. So it's here where entrepreneurs get the difference between, let's say, the process that is genuinely, let's say, attracting all the tools and all the let's say human resources and all the basic let's say raw materials to use in order to achieve the goal, and the process that might seem a little bit in crisis since the beginning. So here is the difference. I would say that the way we behave as entrepreneurs, the behavior of the entrepreneur, is what makes the difference. And of course, there are types of entrepreneurs. We are talking here about risk entrepreneurs that really make the difference. And through this, let's say, types of entrepreneurs that we can, let's say, conceive the results of. And again, one of the positive things that successful entrepreneurs are following is that focus, let's say the complete focus upon the project, and and what happening around is just something like that could be catchy if it requires the attention of entrepreneurs, and if not, it doesn't really belong to the small box that the entrepreneur is using in order to move ahead and to go along with his project to the zone that is called the success zone. So that's the point. I would say that when the focus exists the way that must be, so and it's in there where exactly relies or exists the productivity of the entrepreneur. That's the fuel that fuels its let's say its process towards um, success. So taking opportunities is part of that also. The market is bigger, and it's much bigger than its project, of course, since he's called a starter. So knowing that it is full of opportunities, and through this point, um, let's talk about the entrepreneur ideology. So here comes the difference between the failed entrepreneurs and the successful ones. So the way we take opportunities also makes a difference, because seizing, that's called seizing the opportunity. So seizing the opportunity is the key word that comes with success. And of course, with putting 100% of energy into that small box that is called the project or the firm or the uh, uh, the successful firm. And knowing that is of course chaotic, so the word is chaotic and full of um, let's say opportunities that might be in the hand of the entrepreneur or not. It depends, I said, of his ideology. So the target also is a point. So targeting opportunities are also a point. In the same way, the entrepreneur must be an architect. So it is called a designer. A designer in a way that uh, in the project or the small box, there are things that requires our attention and things that are not. So you have to be, let's say, a a chooser, which means that we can choose things that might be helpful for the project and things that are not. And here, the entrepreneur is allowed to, let's say, uh, to take things in advantage or let go. So that's the point. Like, um, there are things that might be in the advantage of the project and things that are not. And so, as an entrepreneur, and talking about the start and talking about the process, the panic always happen and occurs. That's a normal thing. But the way the entrepreneur behave is what makes the difference. So the way we transform like the panic or the fear of starting into a productive um, process or a productive way to lead, of course, to success. That's the point, and that's where the strategy occurs, and the different strategies are always present in that area. So as an entrepreneur, if you're passing through a bottleneck, drop a comment and tell us how did you succeed in your project and what are the steps that you've taken so that your project becomes successful. And the goal here is always sharing experience and knowledge that lead you to be a successful entrepreneur. So hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.